Alright, so if I was to freeze this, that's how I know Pro Tools is mad old school, because as soon as I freeze this, right, look what happens to the audio. Alright, so essentially if I hit print off a stereo track, because this was stereo. This is stereo because of what inserts was added to it. So it created a stereo signal. And with that said, this is my little delay throw track. If I was to print this, it would look like this. Alright, cool. And then you have that to work on, add more inserts to it if you want. Cool, that makes sense. But now, let's just say if you want to make changes to what you already printed, you would have to go look for the track that existed before you printed, before you recorded from it, because essentially if we wanted to print this, we would have to send a, stereo output to some other track that records the signal, and then it would look like that. Being that that's not the case, you can just simply hit unfreeze and work on your little insert, and then freeze again, and it's there, and then that can continue to work with other stuff if you want. You can still put new inserts here that will remain active.
That is, and this how it goes. Made my first 50 on the keyboard phone.
So good, but you down to your knees. So good, turn a nigga to a fiend. So cold, make you wanna put it back on repeat.
Can't tell no lies. Did it by myself, nobody by my side. Did it by myself, ain't get no God.
So it's a known fact. It's better to be under than over, because if you're under the limited LUFS reading for each platform, they will bump you up with their limiter, of course. It means a whole lot of mixes is going to be a whole lot softer nowadays. But however, it will be worth it for the end result, because when you're listening on that platform, you just don't want it to be attenuated by their system. If it's attenuated by their system, for some reason, it just doesn't sound as good. It sounds like it's all flat. What does that mean? Send people 5 different versions of every mix for every platform? No. I figured I'll just go by the iTunes standard, and let's just say I'm under. Look what happens. Spotify will bump it up 0.8 dB. Pandora will bump it up 1.2 dB. However, if I was over, it would bring it down. We don't want that. The flip side, if the overall mix of what I was trying to go for as far as the iTunes standard was a bit louder, then Tidal would bump it down a little bit, and YouTube would bump it down. So I figured right now they're not going to do anything to it. They're just going to let it be as is. So I figured this is a good sweet spot to be at. What LUFS reading that is, I will tell you guys later, because I have to just make sure it's the same for or at least consistent across every song that I'm doing shit with right now. So this is some fresh information. Lastly, if they do happen to turn up the mix a dB using their limiter, I already mixed the mix with extra dynamics to combat that in case. What made me want to do this? Well, I'll have 3 different results every time. One client uses the rough mix straight to the platform. My mix straight to the platform. Someone else's master after my mix straight to the platform. And what I've been seeing is, with the mastering engineers, there's good results, and there's not as surprising results as well. But that depends on who you use. As for the 2 mixes, that people are taking directly from me and putting up on the platform. The rough mixes seem to be kicking more sometimes because why? The LUFS readings are lower on those, and they just simply have more headroom, being that those mixes are not really done yet. So I was like, perhaps if I can do the same for the final mix, which already has all the juice, then the platform can accept it open-heartedly.
Place that I can run to, and it's all despair, nobody cares. I need a prayer, cause I've come to my lowest lows, places that nobody should go. What I gotta do to get home?